We have created our project and it's in the right place, and I have my folder in here, okay, where I have my Adobe Premiere project with all my video files. Again, Adobe Premiere is now smart enough that if you move your videos inside the same folder structure, so for example, if I move them now inside another folder, not move them away, but create a folder with them or something like this inside this one, it will be able to find them again, okay? But try not to do it. So, now, the first thing about PremierePro. PremierePro has a flexible interface, so it might be really confusing to you. So it can happen that you look at PremierePro and you see something that looks different than mine, okay? That the windows are not in the same place. So the first thing that you should always do is check this. See here in the top right corner, I have this icon with a blue dot. A blue dot always means that there is a new feature. When there is a PremierePro update, you will find a blue dot when there is a new feature. And look at this. If I come in here, I will see all the workspaces. I like Essentials. Essentials is good layout for working on laptops, and it's the one that it's the closer one that resembles like Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, and other editing applications. But now, because it's so common to edit in vertical, you will find that we have a vertical layout. And see, if I had a vertical video, you will have plenty of space in here. And we have a learning one. And can you see how the whole interface is changing constantly and the windows are moving around? So two things that you should know about this. First, you can be jumping from one to the other every time you need. And the second, don't panic, okay? I don't know how many times I had the students come to me and pay attention to the projector right now. And someone does something like this, okay? And all of a sudden we think we lost all our project. Like, where the hell my project has gone? If I just double click, I can open it and you can see that it's right in here. But you can close any of the windows. You can mess up your project. I'm closing panels and I'm moving around and I'm closing windows, and now I have no clue where to go. I'm completely lost. This will happen to you. But please remember this. If this happens to you, the only thing that you have to do is go to Window, Workspaces, and you can reset to saved layout. If you do this, everything will come back to the starting point. So you can just double click and keep editing. All the windows will go back to the original state, okay? So everything that you can find on PremierePro can be moved around. If you don't like the text window here, you can move it and place it on this group here. Okay, if you don't like this window here, you can move it around. So you can adjust it any way you want. But if you need the original, even if it is to follow a tutorial, to follow a class, it's just reset to save layout, everything will go back to the original. During these sessions, we will be moving around different workspaces, but most of the time I recommend to you, because we are all working on laptops, the Essentials layout is the one that I feel works the best for us. Good. So let's start with the basic editing techniques on PremierePro. And after this, you should be able to edit your whole videos like really fast. Okay, you won't need much else than this to start creating your projects. When I created this project, I did ask PremierePro to create a sequence. This that you see in here is your sequence, it's your timeline. Look at this. If I can grab this thing is called playhead. I can move my playhead around and I'm moving the project. I can press the space bar and I'm watching the video. Okay, and this is the project that I have created. The project that I have created is just one video after the other. I can come in here and I can start messing around with the videos. I can move one behind, and you can select an empty space and delete an empty space. You can delete a video or delete the empty space, and you can move everything that you want around. To show you all the editing tools, I think that the best thing that I can do right now is just delete everything in my timeline. Because from here, you will see that I have a folder with the footage. We can come in here and we can start just checking our footage. I can double click any video, look at it, and see if I'm interested in this shot. Okay. I can look at this shot and see if I'm interested in this. And if I wanted, the only thing that I have to do is just to grab and drag it to the timeline. Okay. This will work up to a point. Okay. I can keep dragging my projects here. The problem will be that if we are adding all our clips like this, what's going to happen is that now if I want to make a clip shorter, I can do it, but I have to just select the start of the clip and drag it here. So I'm making a clip shorter and then delete the space or move them around. Okay. So that's a really basic way to work. Just drag the videos on the timeline and make them shorter from the start, from the end, get rid of the parts that we don't want. This is not the ideal way to work. I would recommend you to do it another way. The best way to do it is this one. You can just double click any video, you can play it, and let's say that I'm interested in using this video, but I feel it's too long. Instead of doing this, that you can do, you can even drag it from here. Instead of moving it here to the timeline, and now that's on the timeline, making it short, making it shorter here, you can do it before. You can do this before. You can just watch your video here, and if you know you are not going to use the start of the video, you can do this. Look, see these two? The letter I and the letter O, in and out. You can give it an in and out to every video. So if I know I'm not going to use this first half of the clip, I'm just going to press this button or the letter I, and maybe I know I'm finished here, so I can press the letter O or this button here. And now what I'm dragging to the timeline, it's only the selected part. This is a way better technique for you to start editing your videos.